Hey guys, this is Chad Joyce with Plum Real Estate and welcome to another edition of Touring Tuesday here on North Dallas Living. I'm really excited today because today we're going to go check out a community in North Fort Worth called Wildflower Ranch. Now this community has several builders. The list of our builders that we got out here, let's see, we got Beezer, Bloomfield, Brightland, Highland Homes, Lennar, Toll Brothers, Coventry, William Ryan, Ashton Woods, and Mattamy Homes. And I believe there's actually a couple others that aren't on the website yet. But we're going to actually be looking through a Bloomfield home property. So we're gonna check that out. We're also going to check out all the HOA amenities. We're going to check out the pools. They have a lazy river, which is absolutely one of the coolest things that you can see. And there's a dog park that's under construction as well. On top of that, we're going to talk about, make sure you stay to the end of the video. We're going to talk about some special offers and features from these builders because these builders will always advertise a certain price, but there's always a little bit extra they will give you when you get on in. Now, one of the cool things about this community, like I said, we're going to go check out a Bloomfield home at 805 Turnbull Avenue. We'll go over some more information on that property when we're walking through it. But one nice thing about this community is you got 2.3% tax rate. And it does include a MUD, but that's one of the lower tax rates in North Texas. And also, usually when you're in Fort Worth, those taxes are significantly higher. I'm not sure why theirs are, but they usually run closer to 3%. So that's a pretty good deal right there. On top of that, the HOA right now is $825 a year. And like I said, they've got certain things. Let's go to our list that we got here. We have got, resort style lazy river. They got 4 miles of trails, both concrete and natural. They're also redoing some of those trails and rebuilding them up. So, some of those trails aren't quite complete. Like I said, they've got a dog park that's under construction. They got 2 amenity centers, one with a resort style pool that was just opened last week, which is actually really exciting. They're still working on the clubhouse center there. And they have all sorts of outdoor events and other things to do. So we're going to check out all that stuff. Also, one other thing, this subdivision is located in the Northwest ISD, one of the top rated ISDs in North Texas. Let's see, we got the school. The elementary school is Perrin Elementary. The middle school is Chisholm Trail, and you go to Northwest High School. So there's a lot of great things with this home, with this community. Let's go ahead. Let's go check it out. Let's walk through the homes and let's check everything out with the community. All right, here we go, guys. We are at 805 Turnbull, and we'll start looking around here as I give some information on this house. Let me get this camera to look on down here a little bit. There we go. Oops, too far. So, walk on in right to the left. You've got your study here. Nice open area. This is a Bloomfield property. Again, plenty of lights. You got nice hardwood floors. These are hand-scraped hardwood floors. Some of the better hardwood floors that I've seen on homes here recently. Now again, just basic information while we start walking around. We're at 805 Turnbull Avenue in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the Wildflower Ranch community. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage home. And right now, the list price, as we walk over here to the mother-in-law suite, list price on this one is $664,194. But they're doing an incentive right now that will bring that down to $589,990. This is a 3,774 square foot home. It looks like it's on about a, little bit under 2/10 of an acre, normal lot size home. So they're doing a lot of incentives, and as you can see, they got pretty good construction here so far. Bloomfield is one of my favorite builders. I think they do a good job. Your mother-in-law suite, you got the closet in the bathroom. So it's kind of nice that it is a private bathroom. It's not open out to the rest of the area. Looks like we're going to have another closet area here. Oh, wow. My door doesn't open all the way. It almost hit me in the head. Goes underneath the stairs. So plenty of storage space here. I just always thought that Bloomfield does a really good job. We are in the way northern parts of Fort Worth, almost in, outside of the city limits. So there's your half bathroom. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is just a closet area. So we are still kind of in a rural area. We're right next to Justin. And if you, right down the road, west of the Texas Motor Speedway. Here's our dining area. Nice open floor plan. That's probably a support beam. I wish that builders could get away with not having that there. It would make it look a lot better, but a lot of them will put in there, you need a support beam, and you also need, they like having division of the homes as well, the rooms. Here's the main living area. 2 stories high, recessed lighting, ceiling fan, plenty of natural light. You got 9 windows in here. The home does already come with the 2-inch faux wood blinds. And if you have never tried to look for custom blinds for a house, that'll probably save you $3,000 right there. So here's our kitchen. We do have a breakfast area in here. Got a gas burner, 4 cooktop. A little bit smaller than what I would have liked, but not bad. The island has the dishwasher and the sink. Single bay sink. Here's our refrigerator connections, microwave, oven right there. You got plenty of cabinet space. Look at that. I don't know why more builders don't do this. I think that's a cool thing to have the lights up there with the extra cabinet space going all the way to the ceiling. Otherwise, it's wasted space. And the worst thing about it is if you ever try to clean it, we'll walk into the pantry here. If you ever try to clean over your cabinets, they get filthy. Just because that, dust and everything sits there. And people normally don't clean those that often. So there's our pantry area. Let's see what we got back over here. We'll go over to the left here first. This looks to be our primary bedroom suite. Recessed lighting, raised ceilings, ceiling fan, modern ceiling fan. You do have a bit lighter of a carpet in here. I mean, this is a builder grade carpet. But this color will stain pretty quickly, so you have to be careful with it. It looks like they've got it throughout the house and the bedrooms and the closet areas. Here's the primary bath. 24 by 12 tile down here, really well laid. You got separate vanities, his and her vanities, cabinet space, nice light fixtures. You do have a separate tub, which is one of the things that I've always liked to have. You got a separate tub and shower. A lot of builders are getting away with the bathtubs in homes. They're just, most people are not wanting them. So they're not including them. Nice big walk-in closet here. You got your connections in here. It looks like we got, I bet you that's a connection to the laundry room. Another nice little feature. Let's see what we got here. Yep, come on through here. There's the hallway that we went into, and they have a door that goes right into your laundry room. So storage area there in the laundry room. Here's the garage, mudroom area. So I'm gonna walk on back through here, but that's always a nice thing. I wish my house had one of those. At least if the closet is close to the laundry room. Now I don't like this. Why do these? Oh, they got the little connectors right here. So you can take those off, excuse me, if you want to. But that keeps the door from opening too far, which makes the door, like you can see, doesn't open all the way. Minor inconvenience, but still, that would drive me up the wall. Let's walk on back out this way. Now, before we go out and look at the garage, I'm gonna just poke my head out. We're gonna look at the dining area. Now here's, looking in from the kitchen out to the living room. And then they have a breakfast area here. Plenty of space. You got two dining areas, or you could even close that area off up there and use it as something else, maybe as a media room or something like that. I'm not sure what they got upstairs yet, but we'll find out. Go out here to the garage. Oops, make sure I don't lock myself out, because that would be horrible. There we go. Yep, 2-car garage, basic garage. We do not have any attic access down here on the first floor, it seems. I haven't seen it yet. It's usually in the garage. Tankless hot water heater. Again, most builders in Texas have learned from the freeze from a couple of years. There's your mechanical, your electrical panel here, and then sprinkler system. Like I said, most builders have learned from what the freeze did to them a couple of years ago and put those on the inside of the house now. Let's walk on upstairs. Let's see what we can find up there. All right, here we are. We're upstairs. We got the main game room. You see the stairs. Nice, efficient layout there. It does open to, right over what the formal dining area is. So it does open to the living area down below. I got someone who's walked in the backyard right now to mow the yard for me. I guess we're not going to be able to see the backyard too much because he'll be running around back there. Let's see, right on over here. Now this is typically, this is set up for a media room with these doors. It looks like that'll be a closet back there. Recessed lighting. Here's our connections. Let's see if we got it over here. Yep, so already wired for surround sound. I'm not sure where you'd put it though. I mean, technically you can make this another bedroom. Usually there wouldn't be any windows right there. I guess they've got it set up to where it's sideways. So they've got the connections over here. You can see, so they want you to put your TV on this nice long wall. And you're not gonna be sitting very far from it. It's right in the door. I would have liked to, had it facing that way. That's just me. This is a good big room though. And we do have a closet in here. So this could be a bedroom too, if you don't want to use it as a media room, which is a good thing to have if you got large families, and also you're starting to see a lot of multi-generational housing and families living together as prices increase. See, here's a bedroom, here's our closet, walk-in closet. Bedroom, slight cathedral ceilings, ceiling fan in here. Looks like this one's got a small, it's got access to the hallway. So it's gonna be a Jack and Jill bathroom here. You can tell it's already got all the doors. Similar updates as downstairs. And here's our shower tub combo. God, these doors, they don't open. That's irritating. I would take those restrainers off the hinges right away. That's what these are right here. You can get rid of those things and then the door will open up farther. So here's the Jack and Jill portion. Here's the other bedroom. Basically, same thing as the first one that we walked on through. And again, we've had the same carpet throughout, lighter color. Basic little 3-inch trim throughout the house. I like the dark hardware though, right here. That's something I enjoy. I always like the darker colors. If you're gonna have lighter flooring, have some darker hardware. Decent walk-in closet, plenty of storage there. Looks like they got their attic access here. Yep, there's your furnace and everything back in there. We're not going to hop out there. But you can get some attic access there. And they also have attic access right there. So, another little storage area. But, you know, good upstairs, good efficient upstairs planning here. Let's go downstairs and see if they're still mowing the yard and see if we can go look at the backyard. All right, we had to wait a second there because the lawn was being mowed and that would have been really distracting. This is a typical, you know, Bloomfield type backyard. It's a good size. It's pretty deep. They'll typically put one, you can see over there, one tree in the backyard. They'll have a nice rectangular, this one has a little bit of a raised ceiling. And also typically what that light fixture is, they will have wiring. So if you want to put a ceiling fan out here, there's usually extra wiring up there that you can replace that if you'd like. But they will have a rectangular type of patio like this to where you can, you know, if you want to put in the motorized shades or things like that. They do have, you can see right over here, they do have the gas connection. So I am a little concerned. We got a lot of water right here. That's something, and you can see right now the downspout is running straight into there. So any rain, you know, you probably want to put in the French drains. And what the French drains are is those downspouts will go into the ground and connect into your irrigation system and flow out into the freshwater drainage. And that will keep all this water that you can see here from pooling. Like the guy who was mowing just walked through, and you can see the line from his lawnmower there. So just something to think about. And that's really for any home. Let's go walk on out here. We can see if we can look at the back of the property. Yeah, there we go. Nice 2-story home. Nice colors. I think this is a great property. I'm really liking this community so far. Let's go check out the HOA and let's see what features they have there. All right, guys, we're at the closest amenity center to the house we just walked in. This is actually their second one. And this pool just opened about a week ago. So you're going to see there's still a lot of construction going on. I don't know if we can get into the pool, but we do have overhead shots. We'll show them as we're walking around here. But we're going to try to walk through here a little bit, see what we got. A nice little entryway here. Good gardens. They have a nice little green area. You see right over there with some lights. So I expect to be some community events or things like that. Construction crews are in here working, hanging up lights and everything, so we're not going to bother in there. But come on over this way. We'll start walking towards the pool, see if we can see anything. And you can see on the inside there's nothing in there yet. It's just an open area. Those guys are in there working on it. But this is a big pool. This is a really big pool. No lifeguard on duty, so you know you're going to be just like every other community. But here we go. We'll poke our head over. I don't think, yeah, it's locked. So we got some nice covered seating over here. Good open area with the pool. And look at that nice big pool. Most of the side is 3 feet. Looks like a little bit over 3 feet. You come on down this way. We got a kid pool, baby area. Actually, 3 little kids areas over here. Looks like it doesn't get much bigger or deeper than 3.5, 4 feet. So, you know, nice big pool. Lots of space. Actually, if you look over, you include this one, you got 4 little splash areas for kids. You have covered seating. You have a couple of pergolas. Walk over here. Looks like we got an outdoor fireplace. I would suspect this is probably going to be gas or something like that. I don't think they'd let you do an actual wood burning fireplace, but you know, really good, really nice, amazing. This one has this is right by the entrance, and you can maybe hear and looking out that way. That's where Highway 114 is. But this is right at the entrance of the community and is the primary. I think it's going to probably be the new community center for everybody. Let's go check out the old one. Also, we'll see if we can find the dog park, and because you guys know I like that with my husky. So we'll see if we can find those two areas and have a look at them as well. All right, here we are. Lifeguard was kind enough to let me in. This is the original amenity center. One reason I wanted to check out this community, they've got a nice, as you can see, we'll do some overhead shots too, but they got a nice little lazy pool, lazy river that you can walk around on. It's one of the cool things about the community here. They do have a little snack bar here in case you get hungry. But you come on in, you got your, you know, the inner tubes right on over there. And the entry spot, you know, that's pretty much anywhere, but you can walk on in all around here. This is a nice little pool, nice area. Like I said, we got some overhead shots. You can get a good view of it. Trying not to disturb the people that are here. But, you know, you can see here it is. Got a picnic area there in the middle. Nice, pretty lazy river. A couple of bridges that go over it and hang around. Now, also on the other side, you can see from here, and we'll do some drone shots of that as well. But you got a playground over there. In the background is where the I can zoom in here. You can see the playground from here, and then out past that is where the school is. So this was the original amenity center for the community. Nice covered area right here. You got some picnic benches if you want to eat there. Like I said, right over here is the snack bar. And then over here is changing areas, bathrooms, and all of that. So we'll keep letting you take on some pictures, or not some pictures, some views of the pool area there, and we'll walk on over to the playground area. So just a short little walk there from the lazy river. You got to get across the street there. They have the same parking, but they've got a nice playground here, partially covered. Again, it's about noon here today right now, and it's already getting toasty, so I don't blame everyone for wanting to be in the water rather than being over here in the heat. But you do have a good, you know, a good sized playground. Lots of kids can come on out here, and you know, you got swing sets, got a little ropes climbing course. Man, they didn't have this when I was a kid. Like I said, we got the burn grimaces, and for those of you who used to go to the McDonald's playgrounds, I'm a Gen X kid. We didn't have all these nice soft things. Like, look at this. What is this? This is like a little roller slide. You know, we didn't have anything like that. You know, we got second-degree burns going down those metal slides in Texas. Not saying kids should have that, obviously, but my gosh, they got so much better stuff than we do, or at least we did when we were younger. There's a couple benches around here. They got some covered seating for the parents so that we don't die while our kids are out here getting heat stroke from everything. But good playground. Nice amenities so far. Let's go see if we can find the dog park and see what that looks like. All right, so I finally found the dog park. It's not on any of the maps. I surely hope this thing is still under construction. They at least got the sign for the dog park rules up. But as you can see, the trail isn't completed coming into here. And, you know, there's no security or anything like that. I've never seen a dog park that has wood chips on it. I mean, it'll be a decent size when it's done, but I wish I had a picture or something to show what that's going to be like, because right now, I mean, they just enclosed part of this field and put some dog chips out here, 2 big rocks and a fence. There's no shade. There's no parking for it. So I think all that's going to be done. You know, if we walk over this way, you can see where the entrance is for the construction, and you can see the trail I'm walking on. Like, this isn't complete at all. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. The other HOA amenities are so nice. I can't imagine they do this poor of a job on a dog park, especially when everyone in Texas loves their dogs. But you can see that, you know, starting to put up the stations right here for dog waste. There's a trail that's coming over that way. And then behind that house right over there to the left of that house, there's an entrance for construction. So I suspect there might be some parking that's done right here, but I don't know for sure. You know, the sales team at Bloomfield didn't have the plans for the dog park yet, but eventually there will be one. So for all of you with fur balls like mine who like to run around and play with other dogs, at least you've got something in the neighborhood coming pretty soon. Hey guys, thank you for stepping in and watching the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, we're at Wildflower Ranch. We're in North Fort Worth, just west of Justin. We walked through a Bloomfield home. We checked out all the HOA amenities. We saw everything this community has to offer. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this community. This is gonna be a 3,200 unit community when it's all said and done. And you saw all the builders that are out here. There's gonna be a lot of opportunity. So if this floor plan and this builder doesn't work for you, hey, there's like 10 others that can work for you. Now keep in mind, a lot of these builders are having a hard time moving properties right now. Summer is ending. They're offering crazy discounts. On top of that, they're offering bonuses to selling agents. That is people like me. So if you want to come in here, come out here and look at it, you can put me down. We can work on it with you and I can give that bonus back to you. I can do those refunds. That'll be a little bit of extra money that, you know, could be useful for you to move into the home, do some upgrades like we saw with that house, do some French drains, things like that. On top of that, Bloomfield themselves are offering $15,000 concessions. It's not tied to their lender, and that's on top of the sales price. See, this one was $589,990. So they're offering an additional $15,000 off on that. Let me check out what other information we've got here on this one. There is an elementary school just up the road. You know, we saw that. HOA dues, $825 a year, 2.3% taxes, including the mud. So lots of opportunities. You are in a semi-rural area, so if you don't like driving, this may not be the place for you. But otherwise, this is a really good community. They're just getting started. I think we're on phase 2 or 3, one of the earlier phases. So this is definitely the time to come out here and have a look at it, see it. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything that we're doing or that I'm doing walking through these properties. We're trying to check out as many communities as we can, where we also look at the houses, we look at the builders, we look at the amenities, and we're doing that every week. We call it our Touring Tuesdays. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. If you have any questions about real estate, all of my contact information is below. So please feel free to reach out. Love to hear from you guys. And again, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And until next week, y'all have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.